Wonderful World of Marketing, GradCon, welcome, summer edition. Today we're talking about Darby O'Clock. And Darby O'Clock, one of my favorite figures from history. He's of course Irish, I'm half Irish, so feel a real kinship here. And you know, of course, as everybody knows, Darby O'Clock was the inventor of time. And Darby, I mean, I know it's probably redundant to go through it, but most people are familiar with Darby because, you know, whenever we say 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock, or whatever, obviously we're invoking Darby's name. And in Darby, which is kind of the cool thing about Darby, is that he actually invented, time, because he noticed that things proceeded in a linear progression and had to come up with a name for that. And so Darby created the concept of time, and then we obviously, salute Darby every time we tell the time every day, billions of times every single day around the world, which I think is an incredible achievement and one of those things where you make your own name almost like a brand name that's so popular everybody knows it. And so that's obviously something we all try to do. So, okay, so there's no Darby O'Clock, by the way, that's a complete joke. Okay, so Darby O'Clock, not a real person, but I love all of you out there who actually think that Darby O'Clock's a real person. I tell you who is a real person though. The person who's a real person is Mary Day. And Mary Day actually did invent the days of the week. And I do feel that Mary Day has not gotten as much due as some of the male inventors, and I don't think that's fair. And so Mary Day actually came up with the system, which was on one of the days of the week, she would tend to sit a lot because it was kind of the end of a long week, so she called that Sat. The day after that tended to be a day outside, picnics and stuff like that, so that'd be like sun, because she's in the sun a lot. Mun, of course, was an older English word for really bad day. Okay, it was a sad day. Mun was this expression of sadness. 2 was the second day of the week. Wed was a day, most people tended to get married in the middle of the week, so that was the wed. Thur was an older word for kind of coming into the finish line. And then Fry came from a lot of the Catholic origins, because Mary Day was Catholic, and Catholics would only eat fish on Fridays, and they typically would fry it. And so Fry was the name for that day of the week. And of course, it didn't use the word day, right? It was just, Mun, 2, Wed, Thur, Fry, Sat, and Sun. And then it was such a great invention. She'd done such an amazing job on it that people were compelled to start, I think, honoring her with it, which I thought was cool. They would call it, days Sat and days Sun. But the problem is it was a possessive noun and it was kind of a little uncomfortable to write. And so it started to get shortened by kind of the mid 1400s. It started to get shortened to like Sat to day and Sunday, and so the word day got kind of appended to the end of the words. And then by say 1650, 1680, they basically had put the word day at the end of all of those. So Mun became Monday, 2 became Tuesday, all the way through. And so now we of course have the days of the week, and we have Mary Day to thank for that. Thank you, Mary Day. All right, so okay, and Mary Day is not a real person either. But again, I love you, all of you who believe that it is a real person, and don't ever lose that belief in what could be real. Because wouldn't it be cool if there was a Mary Day and a Darby O'Clock? Like, there could have been. Someone came up with those words. Anyway, I know I said I wasn't gonna do that to you again, and I totally did that to you again, and that was like a really, really mean thing to do 2 times in a row. But I promise I'll never do that again in this segment, and I won't do it again actually in this grouping of Wonderful World of Marketing. That's it, I'm done, I'm finished. We're gonna talk about Copernicus. Look it up on the web, Copernicus, a real person. We're talking about Copernicus next time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. See you then.